Yo, yo, what's good, people? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Late night stream is happening. Iceberg S is in the building. You said it's 5:15 where you at? Damn. Y'all motherfuckers be up, man. I was like, listen, I gotta do this real quick. I'm not gonna be on here too long. You feel what I'm saying? But you know how this goes sometimes. But this one right here is going straight on the Patreon right after it's done. So make sure you guys go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario so you don't miss the live streams that are on Patreon. What up, KT Mania, Tony Brown, Duke Alex, what's going on? But yeah, I got a really good show for you guys today, man, because the game, you know, I just sit sometimes and I'm like, I feel bad because there's so many people out here who are not living the type of lives they want because they don't understand this game. But this is what I'm going to talk about in today's show. I'm going to be talking about the problem with not understanding game. You feel what I'm saying? Going to be talking about that. But before I get into all of that, though, let me play what needs to be played. Let's get it in.
Everybody has game. The thing is, though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I'll tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than two genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only two genders. Only two genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Cujo, you'd be 6'8", you know, have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust, they just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo-boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
You got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
Yo, we back. We are back. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Tuez, who is nice, Vasim G, CC Rizzo, Armando, Big Walt, Al Green, what up, G Money, who else? Darius Gray. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in this late, you feel me? Al Green, he said, Boss Man gave you a mouse. A huge shout out earlier, an emailer asked him about you guys in the game, and he respected and mentioned you guys. Shout out to Boss Mac. I'm gonna get Boss Mac on here soon to do an interview. We got to get a Boss Mac interview because Boss Mac is the OG. You feel what I'm saying? Boss Mac, he spit that heavy game. So shout out to you, Boss Mac. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely got to get Boss Mac on here, man. But shout out to everybody. Hold on, let me turn off this fucking. I got too much of this goddamn air conditioner going on. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but that shit sounded loud to me, so I ain't like how that shit was sounding. Shout out to my dude Steve the Dean in the building. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Shout out to my dude Steve the Dean in the building. Man. So today's topic is the problem with not understanding game. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me fucking do this real quick. Okay, got that shit cracking over there. Just want to make sure my shit is right. And let's get into this. So the reason why I did this one, when I'm talking about the problem with not understanding game, is because I notice there's a lot of people who don't understand game. And because they don't understand game, they're not aware of the things they're doing. And then they're not aware of why things are happening the way it's happening in their lives. It's that simple. You understand? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply, I'm going to simplify this real simple, right? So those of you who watch the Game Kings, just, all of you should have at this point, it's called Game Kings, the definition of game. So I teach you guys, and, we got Rosebud, Boss Mac, Steve the Dean, Eddie Fuse, Miles. You understand what I'm saying? And Rose, that's a Rosebud. Yeah, that's a Rosebud, and myself. And we're talking about the definition of the game. But to put this real simple, right? When we talk about game, just when we say the word game or the game, all we're talking about is life. Okay. We're talking about life. So game encompasses everything. Right now, having game, though, means that you have a way to get what you want out of this life. Right. So you have a strategy, a certain way you do things to get what you want out of this life. Now, when people do not understand game or understand having game, they don't actually realize that everything falls under game or having game, right? So, for example, I hear a lot of people say, man, fuck all this game shit. You just need looks. Fuck all this game shit. All you need is money and status, right? Fuck all this game shit. You just gotta, be built. You gotta have a 6-pack and you gotta be 6 foot tall, all this other stuff, right? They'll say, fuck all this game. All you need is clout, right? Fuck all this game. All you need is to have a bunch of Instagram followers and a social media presence and all this other crazy shit, right? So they think that, and when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about in the context of getting women and dealing with women, right? A lot of guys will say, man, fuck all this game shit. All you need is this, this, and that. Now, everything that they're saying when they're talking about you need this, 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 and that, everything that they're saying falls under game. So if you're like, man, it's all about your looks, guess what? Your looks is still part of the game. So what that means is this: if you are the type of guy that gets girls checking you out because you look a certain way or they think you look good, right? And then you use that to be able to start a conversation and interact with a girl to get the girl, right? That means you used your looks to get the chick. So that means that your strategy to get the girl was to use your looks to get her. So you just applied game. You feel what I'm saying? You just applied the game. It's that simple. Listen, if you're like, well, you know what? I'm going to use my money. I'm going to use, I got mad paper. I'm just going to use my money, and you got to have money to get these girls. Okay, cool. So you go out, you flash your money around, you popping bottles, you're partying with gold diggers and shit. You understand? You're dealing with these groupies or whatever the fuck it is. And then let's say you're able to get girls to have sex with you, hook up with you because you're paying them or you're providing a certain lifestyle, you tricking, you spending money on escorts and whores and all that other stuff. And then you're getting what you want as far as sex is concerned because of your money, right? Guess what? You just used game. You see what I'm saying? You just did that. So this is what I'm talking about, right? Let's say you're like, oh, I'm going to use the fact that I have a lot of Instagram followers. I got a following on YouTube or some shit, or a lot of people follow me on TikTok or whatever it is, right? And you get some chicks to be impressed by that, or they're feeling you because of that, right? And then let's say you get what you want out of that situation. When you're dealing with these girls, you get to hook up with them, you get to make shit happen in the way you want it to happen, right? Guess what? You just use game when doing that. You see what I'm saying? So listen, it all falls under game. That was your game. You understand? Exactly. Todd says is clout game. That's what motherfuckers be trying to do. Now, what you have to understand is that when you say, okay, what am I doing as far as I'm trying to do something to make something happen with these women? All of it falls under game. But guess what? Either what you're doing is tight and strong, or what you're doing is weak. So when I talk about you just trying to get women off the strength of your looks, that's still having game, but it's weak game. You getting girls off the strength of your money, that's having game, but it's weak game. You getting chicks off the strength of your clout and your status and all this other stuff, that's having game, but that is weak game. You understand? Omar, this is definitely going on Patreon. You feel what I'm saying? This is going on Patreon. So make sure you guys go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario so you can check out all the other live streams and the Bad Boy Show. I'm telling you, you guys need to get this shit popping. Right now, True Savage is that manipulation is game. Is just bad. Well, manipulation is game. The problem is that it's weak game. See, let me explain something to you guys right here. Right, what you have to understand is that any type of strategy you use that is close or that is to who you really are, you understand what I'm saying? The more authentic it is, the stronger the game is, right? The more manipulative, fraudulent, materialistic, surface level the game is, the weaker it is. You understand what I'm saying? It's that simple. See, what happens is that when you don't understand game, you don't understand where you're at in the game, meaning you don't understand if your game is strong and tight or if your game is weak. And so you'll probably be trying to do things and you might get certain things popping off, but what you don't realize is that the strategy that you're using could be weak. So for example, let's say, what up, AT? What's popping, bro? Let's say, for example, right? You are the type of guy, right, who's using clout for your game. See, King Lee said, I disagree with clout being weak, but game because women love attention, so will help. Okay, let's do it. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Right? So you're using your clout for your game. You understand? That's like your shit. You're saying, okay, I'm going to use the fact that I got a bunch of Instagram followers. I got a bunch of followers on YouTube and all this other stuff. And, people know about me and all this other shit, right? So what you have to understand is that any girl that you're dealing with, she's dealing with you strictly off the fact that you have clout, but she's not necessarily fucking with you though. You understand? So that means that she's dealing with you because of the numbers of subscribers you have or whatever, or the numbers of people following you, the numbers of people who know you. Right now, what's going to happen is that if somebody else comes along who has more numbers than you, who has more clout than you, right, you're going to lose that chick. So what happens is that it's easy for her to, sway and to bounce, because the foundation of why she's fucking with you is something that's surface level. It's not really about you necessarily. You understand what I'm saying? It's about the clout. So all she has to do is find somebody else with more clout, or somebody else has to just walk into the room who has more clout than you. You understand what I'm saying? and then it's over for you. See, what happens though is that if you're the type of guy who has strong game, meaning that you interact with women and you're the type of guy who has confidence, and you're the type of guy who believes in himself, you got a good mouthpiece, you're charismatic, all those different things. What happens is that the reason why a woman would even like you understand? The reason why a woman would even want to fuck with you is because she likes who you actually are. See, who you actually are will always beat out someone with clout. Who you actually are will always beat out somebody who has money. Who you actually are will always beat out the guy who's just trying to coast on his looks. You understand? Because that form of game is stronger because it's more authentic to who you are. And nobody can be a better you than you. You understand? Nobody can be a better you than you. You understand? It's just... So I want you guys to understand this and understand that. So what happens is any of these other surface level things you're doing, there's always someone that can overshadow you. You got a lot of clout, there's somebody else with more clout. You got a lot of money, there's somebody else with more money. You look good, there's always somebody else that she or these chicks are going to think are better looking. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is that, see, when the problem is when people don't understand the game, they are ignorant to what makes them valuable. You understand? They're ignorant to what makes them attractive. You see what I mean? They have no idea. So this is why they're trying to get more money. This is why they're like, oh, I got to get better looking. This is why they're like, I got to get more clout. I got to get more status or whatever it is. Because they're always looking outside themselves to try to get more things to make themselves feel more attractive or thinking that those things are going to make them more attractive. You see what I'm saying? So Chris, the player said, Locario, so you're saying that the woman Drake fucks are not sexually attracted to him? No, I'm not saying that they're not sexually attracted to him. They could be also sexually attracted to him. I don't know. You'd have to ask those women who are fucking with him. You understand what I'm saying? But what you have to understand is that these women, like, let's say, for example, because we could use someone like Drake, because, you know, we could use him as an example, too, even though, you know, he's famous and all this other stuff. What's going to happen is this. Oh, let me get some water real quick. What's going to happen is this. Is that Drake, right? He's going to walk into the room. The women are going to be excited. Oh my God, it's Drake. They're going to be like, oh, let me get a picture, blah, blah, blah. They're going to try. And a lot of women are going to try to fuck him because it's Drake. You understand what I'm saying? That's going to happen. But what you have to understand is this, is that still is superficial. Because understand, Drake gets rejected too. I remember Drake, if I was reading, and I remember I was reading in the, I forgot, it was one of these online magazines or something like that on these online blogs. And they had, this is years ago, but I think Drake was trying to get with that porn star, Mia Khalifa, and she curbed his ass. You understand what I'm saying? So just because it's Drake doesn't mean that Drake gets every chick he's trying to fuck with. You understand what I'm saying? Because trust and believe, there's some chicks that Drake probably wanted to fuck, but he couldn't fuck them, but they liked the fact that Drake wanted to fuck them. So they can go and have bragging rights and say, girl, guess what? Guess who I met? I met Drake. He was trying to fuck me. I was like, nah, girl, I ain't like that. You understand what I'm saying? There's chicks who will feel good just knowing that Drake wants to fuck them, and then they could feel good and say, well, I rejected Drake. That's going to be a story of her fucking life. You understand what I'm saying? But understand this, is that there's going to be a lot of women that wants to fuck Drake, but understand that they're fucking him because of him being rich, famous, and all this other stuff. Now, this is what happens. A lot of guys' game is so weak that they think that that's a great thing, meaning they think They're like, oh, I would love that shit. I don't care as long as I'm getting it, as long as I'm making it happen. The reason why you're saying that, or reason why you have that thought process is because your game is weak and you're not actually experiencing women wanting you. See, let me break this down for you guys real quick so you really understand what I'm saying. Whenever you get used to a certain type of experience, used to a certain type of energy, used to a certain type of lifestyle, right? What happens is this, is that you get sort of desensitized to the situation, you get used to the situation, and then the situation isn't as meaningful as you would like it to be. So, for example, if you're the person who is getting chicks off your clouds, you're going to get used to that, right? And then you're going to notice what comes with women wanting to fuck with you because of your clout, right? And then what's going to happen is you're going to notice that when you keep getting girls trying to fuck with you because of your clout and your success and all this other stuff, you realize and recognize, you said Nicki Minaj and Rihanna both turned Drake down, right? So you'll recognize and realize that the other things that you may want out of a situation with a woman aren't happening because the only reason the women are with you is because of your status and your clout and your success. So what does that mean? Let's break that down. Let's say you are with a woman, and this happens all the damn time. You meet a woman, she's fucking with you because of your clout, but you start to like this woman. You're like, yo, I really like this chick. You start catching feelings for this chick, right? And what happens is that because you don't realize, or you're ignorant to the fact that the only reason she's fucking with you because of your clout and your status, when somebody else comes along and then she starts to veer off to the other person, you're going to feel a certain type of way. Then you're going to be like, you know what? Fuck that hoe. I'm about to go get me another one. You get another girl who's fucking with you because of your status and your clout. And then you notice the same pattern. Damn, I like this girl. And then she starts to veer off to somebody else because she was only with you because of your clout and your status. Then you're like, you know what? Fuck that hoe. I'm going to go get another girl. And then the same shit happens and happens again. And then at some point, you're going to feel a certain type of way because you realize you can't get into a deeper connection with a woman because you realize the only reason they fucking with you is because of your clouds. The only reason they fucking with you is because of your status. The only reason they fucking with you is because of your money. Right? And then you're with a chick and then she break your little heart and you be up there like this. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what to do. Oh my God, Facebook, help me.
That's gonna be y'all.
I can't believe this shit.
That's gonna be y'all.
All these months I've been dealing with her, and I just thought she was official. She lied to me.
That's gonna be y'all. You understand what I'm saying? See, yeah, I gotta understand something, man. I want guys to understand how powerful the game is, because when you really understand how powerful this game is, right? You're gonna realize and recognize how valuable you are. You understand? Because see, the key here is to have a woman's mind and to have her heart. You understand what I'm saying? Which most guys don't understand that level of the game. See, you can't get a woman's mind, right, with your money. You can't get a woman's mind with your clouts and your status and your looks. You can't get a woman's mind that way. See, the only way that you get a woman's mind is to be authentically you. You have to have that. You got to be yourself. See, a lot of y'all underestimate the power in being yourselves. See, the problem with when people say, well, you know, I can't be myself because I'm a nerd and I'm a cornball and I don't have no game and blah, 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 blah. Right? What if I told you that the reason why you think you can't be yourself is because you actually don't know yourself because right now you're actually not being yourself? Seriously, think about this. How many times have you seen a woman at a party in the street and you wanted to go up to her and talk to her, but you didn't? Are you being yourself? Huh? Think about the times when you actually did go and approach a girl, but in your mind you was thinking, yo, I want to fuck the shit out this girl. Man, I would love to hook up with this chick. But in the conversation, you said nothing about hooking up or fucking or sex or nothing like that. In the whole conversation, you ain't say shit about that. Are you being yourself? No. Because yourself is the guy who wants to fuck, but you never said anything about fucking, did you? So a lot of times when dudes we talk about, oh, well, I am myself, you know, I'm just nervous. And no, that's not you. See, when you get around a woman and you're nervous, you're not being yourself. You understand? You're being your fear. That's what you're being. You're not being yourself. See, if you was being yourself, right? Then what you would do is that you would go up to that girl you want to talk to. You would talk to her and say exactly what you want to say. And then you would be doing exactly what you want to do. And guess what? If you actually did that type of stuff, you would get more women. You understand? You would actually be having more sex. But see, when dudes don't understand the game, they don't know about this. They think, man, I got to get my money up. I got to be on my purpose. You understand? I got to go in and you know, get some clout, all that other goofy shit. But see, this is the thing. When you don't understand who you are and what you're about, and you don't recognize your value, what you're doing is you're looking for things to add on so that you can feel as if you're valuable. And then that's when you think you're ready to be able to go and talk to a woman and to make shit happen. You understand? Look at this dude, Paul goofy ass, talking about don't hate the purpose, hate the game. Hilarious. These niggas is hilarious. Like, what are you talking about? See, the thing is, you're going to have a girl's mind when you're being yourself, because if you are being yourself and she gets to experience you, guess what happens? She's having an experience she's never had before. You understand? I'm going to say it again. If you're being yourself and that woman experiences you, she is going to have an experience she's never experienced before. Right? Now, if this girl likes you, she's feeling you, what's going to happen is that she's going to recognize and realize that she can't get this experience anywhere else. And that's how you get her hooked. That's how you get her attached. That's how you get her mind. But see, you're not going to be able to get a chick's mind if you're worried about your looks and your money and your status and your clout, and you're trying to use these things to get the women. You know why? Because those things, right? They're not unique to you. They're not unique to you. You think you're the only good-looking nigga on earth? You think you're the only dude who fucking got money out here? You think you're the only dude who has status and clout? What separates you from the other good-looking guy? Nothing. If you ain't got no game? What separates you from the other guy with money? Nothing. If your game is weak? What separates you from the other guy with clout? Right? And in fact, if we're going to go there, the thing that would separate you from the other guy with clout is that the other guy might have more clout than you. Then what? You understand? So you guys have to understand and notice and realize and recognize how important you are to this equation and how important and how valuable you are to these situations, so that once you recognize it, then you'll put that out there so that the woman can recognize it. You understand? Kingly, you said, Locario, but don't women get bored easily? How is an experience going to make her emotions all crazy? No, listen, bruh. Here's the thing. If you are being yourself 100%, it's impossible for the woman to get bored. Let me give you guys some deep fucking game right here. I'm about to lace y'all heavy. I'm about to lace y'all real heavy right now. Because you're saying, well, is she gonna get bored and this and this and that? Bruh, understand this. If you are being 100% you, 100% man, 100% masculine, 100% about what the fuck you're about, it's impossible for her to get bored. I'm gonna tell you why. Because what happens is that if you are 100% being yourself, you automatically get a woman to be excited to be fucking with you. And I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna tell you why. What happens is that if you're actually being yourself and you're being honest, naturally what occurs is that the interactions you have with her, usually in some form or fashion, is going to be in direct conflict with her ideology. So what does that mean? That means that when you're naturally being yourself, you're going to say things and do things and express things that she is going to sort of take a step back and be like, hold on, wait a second, right? There's going to be a little bit of friction there, right? Follow me here. There's going to be a little bit of friction. That little bit of friction, right, whether it's positive, negative, whatever it is, causes excitement. You understand? See, the reason why women are bored is because most guys act the same. Most guys act the same because they're not being themselves. If they were being themselves, they would separate themselves from the pack and be different. And then when they're being themselves, their masculinity is going to sometimes clash with her femininity, meaning that the things that you find interesting or that you like or that you're thinking about, or the way that you express yourself, is going to basically shake her up. So for example, I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say, for example, you are talking to a chick and she might want to do something, some girly shit that you think is goofy because you're a fucking man, right? So let's say she's like, oh, let's go for a picnic and sit and talk about our feelings and all that other shit, right? Now, you're mad when she says that, right? Most likely, and I'm just using this as a extreme example, but most likely that masculine man energy you have within you, you're gonna feel it in your gut like, picnic? I don't want to go no fucking picnic. That shit is whack. Like, what the fuck? I want to sit around in a picnic and talk about my feelings. What I want to do is I want to take you back to my place and fuck the shit out you. She's gonna be like, what? Like, what do you mean? You want to do what? But I just met you. What are you talking about? That's so disrespectful. Like, why would you say that? What do you mean? Why I said, listen, you got a fat fucking ass. You look so good in that goddamn dress. I want to take you back to my house and fuck the shit out you. I'm not trying to do no picnic. What you mean? I know you want to do all that type. No. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go back to my place. I'm going to lift up that skirt and I'm going to fuck the shit out you. You understand? And then she's going to be like, oh my God, you're so crazy. Like, what are you talking? Listen, shh, listen. Just be quiet. Listen. Look at me. We're going to go back to my place. I'm going to lift that skirt up and I'm going to fuck the shit out of you. You see what I'm saying? Now, after all that back and forth, because there's that friction there, because she wanted to do a goddamn picnic at first, but I'm talking about, I don't fuck the shit out you, and I'm looking her dead in her eye, and I'm letting her know this is what I'm trying to do. And then before you know it, before I even can say anything, this is what's going down. See, listen, guys, whenever you are being 100% real, listen to me. Whenever you're being 100% real, what happens is that it's usually, I'm going to say 98, 99% of the time, it's going to clash with what the woman is thinking or was thinking about doing or saying. It's gonna fucking happen. And you know why? Because women are extremely conditioned to put on sort of like well, one, they put on a facade for society. That's one. Two, because they're feminine and they're women, they're thinking of doing certain things a whole different type of way than you're usually thinking of doing certain things. So what happens is that when you are 100% authentic and real, she automatically goes through a fucking emotional roller coaster because the things that you're trying to do and say and make happen will sometimes be in conflict with the shit that she's trying to do. You understand? And that causes a butting of heads, which causes a little bit of conflict, which causes a little bit of excitement. You see what I'm saying? See, a lot of these dudes, the reason why they're not able to get a woman to really want to fuck with them that way and to get their mind and to get them excited, and these chicks get bored and they get, they start to just like ignore these dudes, and they just like, a lot of these dudes is invisible to them, is because most of these dudes don't know who the fuck they are. And they're not being real with women. They don't have the balls and the courage to be real with women. And then so what they do is that they do what every other goofy nigga does who got weak game. They're like, let me get my money up. Let me get my status up. I got to look better. I got to do this. They're worried about all this other shit that makes them exactly the same as every other motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? They're doing everything that makes them the same as everybody else. And then they wonder why chicks don't want to fuck with them. You understand what I'm saying? They wonder why. They're like, how come I can't get no girls and these chicks be ignoring me? And how come, I have a hard time? You know why you're having a hard time? Because you're not being yourself. It's that simple. You're having a hard time because you're not being yourself. And you're not being yourself because you haven't taken the time to know who the fuck you are. You understand what I'm saying? It's that simple. It's that simple. So Daniel G said, so I just walk up to a girl and tell her I want to have sex. Won't that get me slapped? I'm about to hit the button. Guys. Guys, listen. You guys have to understand, right? How to actually have conversations with women. Now, the funny part is this. You could actually walk up to a chick and the first thing you could say to her is, yo, I want to have sex with you. You could do that. You can do that if you wanted to. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to get a lot of chicks who's going to reject you. And then once in a blue, you're going to get a girl that's going to be like, cool. What you mean? Let's make it happen. Right? Now, the reason why I had to hit the button. I love that button. That shit is hilarious. The reason why I had to hit the button is because the question that you're asking, right? The question that you're asking is, you guys are always trying to, and I'm going off your question. A lot of times you guys are always looking for sort of like a quick fix to your issues of dealing with women. And I notice this a lot where this is what a lot of guys do. A lot of guys will say, they'll say, oh, can you tell me, what can I do to get more women? Right? Or what can I do to hook up with girls faster? And what they're looking for is for me to say, oh, all you have to do is A, B, and C. So now what they're expecting is they're expecting to go outside and just do A, B, and C. And then 99.999999% of women are going to want to fuck them. Right? That's what they're looking for. They're looking for the rejection-proof way to get at women, which doesn't exist. Now, as far as you going up to girls and have letting them know that you want sex quickly, yes, you can do that. And yes, it will work. Because understand this, whether she fucks you or not, it worked. If she fucks you, it worked because you were straight up with her, you didn't waste no time, and now she's fucking you. If she doesn't want to fuck you, it also worked because you didn't waste time on a girl who wasn't going to fuck you. Now, what I tell guys to do, and this is how you do it when you approach a girl and you want to, just basically hook up with her, right? You have a regular fucking conversation, and then in the conversation, you let her know you want to hook up. You understand? Because see, understand this. You just walking up to a girl and just saying anything that you're trying to do, right, within itself is goofy. Meaning, let's take sex out of it. Because you're saying, well, I don't want, if I just walk up to a girl and say I want to have sex, listen, it's not about you even saying you want to have sex. You could walk up to a girl and say anything, and it's going to seem weird if you're basically telling her, hey, I want to do this. And we haven't even like introduced ourselves, nothing. So if you walked up to a girl and just said, hey, I want to take you on a date. She's like, whoa, like, who are you? Like, what are you talking about? If you walked up to a girl and was like, hey, I want to take you to dinner. She's gonna be like, what? Like, hi, who are you? You understand what I'm saying? Hey, I want to lick your feet. Hey, I want to fuck you from behind. Hey, I want to touch your titties. Like anything you say. Hey, I want to buy you a fucking car. Like, hey, I want to trick off on you. Like anything you say when you just randomly blurting something out is going to be goofy because you're not actually having a conversation. Right? So if you want to hook up with girls and have sex with women, just have a conversation. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? Oh, Stacy. Stacy, nice to meet you. My name's Locario. Listen, I was actually just on my way to work, but I had to stop and say what's up to you because I thought you was extremely attractive. Listen, I'm super busy, but I would love for us to get together sometime and hook up. Right? Boom. I just told her I want to hook up. I want to have sex with her, whatever it is. But I'm having a conversation. You see what I'm saying? Now, the thing is that if you want to sort of decrease the amount of rejections that you'll have, right, with this situation, right, because you can never totally get rid of rejections, but if you want to decrease the amount of rejections you're going to create, I should say, is if you're having a conversation with a woman and you notice that she's not being receptive to you, then you don't need to tell her that you want to fuck. All right, let me explain that. So if I walk up to a girl and I'm looking at her and I'm like, damn, I'll fuck the shit out of this woman, right? And then let's say I go up to her and I'm like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? And she just kind of like, let's say she's just like looking at me all funny, right? And she's not saying anything to me. And she's trying to walk away, right? And I'm like, hey, girl, what's going on? Like, what's good? What's your name? My name is Locario. What's good? And then she's just like being standoffish and trying to not really talk to me. Do you think me at that point saying to her, hey, I want to have sex with you. Hey, I want to hook up. Do you think that she's going to be receptive to that? Do you think, what would be her response to that? Most likely it's going to be a no. Most likely she's going to keep walking. Most likely it's going to be a rejection. Why? Because in that situation, as I'm interacting with her, I'm noticing that she's not being responsive to me. Exactly, Omar. It's reading women is part of the game. You see what I mean? So if I am talking to a woman, let's say I see the chick and I'm like, hey, miss, how you doing? And she's like, oh, hey, I'm good. How's your day? And she's smiling and she's fixing her hair and shit. And she's all like smiling in my face, right? Now I see that she's being receptive to me having a conversation with her. And then I look at her and I'll be like, yo, why are you smiling so? Why are you cheesing so much talking to me? You like me or something? You seem like you like me. She's like, what you mean? She's like, I don't even know you. Listen, I can tell you like me. Matter of fact, you look like you undressed me with your eyes right now. You know what? Listen, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you my number because since you want me so bad, I'm going to give you my number. I need you to hit me up tonight and we're going to set up a time for me and you to get naked because that's what I see you want. That's all you want. I could tell. Girl, stop objectifying me. God damn it. And then next thing you know, I see her and then that's what pops off. But see, that type of shit happened because I was paying attention to her body language. I was paying attention to how receptive she is to me. You understand? This is not rocket science, people. But again, the more that you're out here doing your thing, right? The more that you're going to really make shit happen in the way you want it to happen. You see what I'm saying? It's real simple. You got to feel the vibe. So a lot of dudes, they be like, oh, well, I don't, you're supposed to just walk up to a girl and no, just have a conversation, bruh. And then within the first, minute or two, let her know, hey, listen, this is what I want to do. Like, this is what I want to do. It's that simple. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. So Keaton said, but isn't being yourself and learning the skill of game contradictory? Shouldn't one always be learning and not stay the same? No. This is the thing. Being yourself and learning game is not contradictory because the game is already within you. You understand? So what it is that you're not basically like changing who you are. You're getting back to who you actually are in the first place. You're stripping down the bullshit. You understand? See, my mentor, Anthony DeMello, right? He basically said, because he did a speech and he was talking about happiness, right? He's talking about happiness. And he was saying that you don't have to do anything to be happy. You understand? You don't have to do anything to be happy. People think, oh, well, if I get this car, I'll be happy. If I start, this project, I'll be happy. If I, get all this stuff. No. You don't have to do anything to be happy. Right? And if you do anything, the only thing you would need to do is to strip yourself of the bullshit that you think is going to make you happy. You understand? So you need to get rid of the idea that the car is going to make you happy. You need to get rid of the idea that getting more money is going to make you happy. So when we talk about learning game and all this other stuff, you have to strip away your insecurities. You have to strip away you feeling like you ain't shit. You have to strip away you thinking you have to attain looks, money, and status and all this other stuff in order to be attractive and valuable. You have to strip away those ideas. You have to strip away the fucking yearning and the mindset that you have that makes you think you need to get these things in order to be the shit. You have to take that away so that you can get back to who you actually are. You got to get back to the essence of who you are. You see what I'm saying? So it's not a contradictory thing. You see what I'm saying? It's actually you getting off all of that bullshit so that you can get back to the essence of who you are. See, a lot of the times, right, what happens is this. See, when you hear me say certain things, or you might see a guy talking to a girl and he seemed like he's real smooth and charismatic and suave, and it seems like he knows the right things to say. You know why it sounds like that? You know why when a guy is speaking to a woman and it just flows very smoothly and easily? It's not that he's putting on an act, right? Some dudes try to, but it comes off cheesy and inauthentic, and the girls are like, fuck this nigga. You understand what I'm saying? This is why a lot of those guys really don't get the type of women they want, or get women on a consistent basis. But when you have a guy who is a ladies' man, a guy who understands the game, understands himself, understands his value, the reason why he's able to talk to a lot of different women and just it be smooth, charismatic, and chill, and the chicks be eating out the palm of his hand and all that other stuff, is not that he's changing himself. It's not that he's being fake. It's not that he's using pickup lines and all that other stuff. What happens is that he has had a lot of experience and practice talking to women. So what happens is that that's his natural energy when talking to women. You understand? That's how he flirts. That's how he builds sexual tension. And it is coming off naturally and authentic when he's saying what he's saying. See, let me tell you guys something. When I talk to a woman and I'm flirting with a girl, I'm not thinking about what to say. You understand? I'm not fucking planning out my conversation with the woman. I'm not doing none of that shit. See, sometimes I'll talk to a chick and I'll surprise myself by the shit that I said, and I didn't even realize what the fuck I just said. I'm like, oh shit. Like, I just said that to her? That's crazy. But it comes out naturally because I'm attracted to the chick. I'm having a good time. I'm flirting with her. I'm interacting with her. I'm confident. I'm in the zone at that point. So it just all flows naturally. Just flows naturally. And it does that because I've conditioned myself to be able to do that. Listen, as I'm looking at the fucking timer right now, it's been 52 minutes. I've been talking straight. 52 minutes. Right? Did y'all see me pull out a notepad, or do y'all see me have notes where I'm trying to pull out notes to see what I'm going to say next? Do the people who just put questions in the chat, did I know the questions beforehand? Did I practice this, this exact thing that I'm saying right now before I turned on the camera? No, I literally just put up this title. I was like, oh, let me talk about this. And now I'm flowing naturally for a whole hour just talking, right? I'm not like, oh, I don't know what to say now. I don't know what to do now. I don't know what I should be talking to. No, because I've had practice talking and doing live streams for years, right? I can get on here, turn on the camera, and then just start spitting, just start going back and forth. You understand? I'm not thinking about, oh, what am I going to say next? And then what I got to do? No, it just naturally comes to me. You understand? But that's because I've been doing it for a long time. And so the natural, real, authentic me comes out when I'm speaking. And I don't have to really think about it too much. I don't got to second guess myself. I don't got to worry about, oh, am I saying the wrong thing or the right thing? And no, I'm just talking. You said I'm from New York. That's why. Hilarious. Silver Survey said, I went out with this chick. We made out. I asked her to come to my spot for a second date. But she says she'd rather go out again. Was charging her a good move. Okay. Well, let me read this again so I get it straight. You said, went out with this chick. You made out. You asked her to come to your spot for a second date, but she says she'd rather go out again. What was charging her a good move? What is the thing? I'm glad you didn't go out with her again for the second date because you told her to come to your spot. When the chick does that, all you say to her is, hey, listen, cool. If you don't want to come through, that's cool. But you have my number. When you're ready to come through, holla at your boy. That's it. That's it. You understand? If she's like, oh, I'd rather go out, be like, listen, girl, I respect all that. So if you rather go out, you could call somebody else to go out, but I want you to come to my spot. So whenever you're ready to come to my spot, hit me up and let me know. Matter of fact, I think you should go out. I think you should call somebody else. Y'all should go out and have fun. And after you're done with that guy, come through to my spot. You understand? You stand on your square. You understand? You let her know what it is. So you're sort of like soft charging her to an extent. You're like, look, you got my number, hit me up. That's it. You see what I mean? That's it. And then this is where you'll see where her interest level lies. But also it's showing her that in order for her to have any sort of interaction with you, then that means that she has to get with your program. You see what I'm saying? Real simple. She has to get with your program. You feel me? But yeah, man. So shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out to everyone tuning in. So I'm gonna still be doing the Free Game Friday live stream later today with Miles. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do that later today. You feel me? Man. Stanley said after this pandemic, does Manhattan still have hot women around? Oh yeah. Hot women be all over goddamn Manhattan. It's crazy. Oh my goodness. Dress Guy, he said, is it staying up? No, this is going on the Patreon. Right after this done, this is going to Patreon. I'll probably put a clip up later. You know, on YouTube, you know, a little snippet, but yeah, this is going on the Patreon. So I'm telling you guys, get your ass on that Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. Locario. And also make sure you guys go on the Bad Boy membership. Make sure you get on that Bad Boy membership because I just dropped my new Bad Boy membership program. I'm about to put it up on the screen right here. 13 key principles to being a successful player. You guys need to get that program right now. 13 keys to being a successful player. And then right before that, we had the 5 rules of seduction. And then before that, we have how to be the type of man she's never met. So you get, listen, the programs on the Bad Boy membership are crazy. You guys need to get up on the Bad Boy membership. Go to badboymembership.com right now. But if you guys want to know how to be a successful player, people, successful player, get your ass on the Bad Boy membership right now. Listen. I'm telling you guys, y'all need to get up on there because the stuff I'm talking about in there, it gets you deep into understanding the game, but also it's like advanced stuff too, because you know, you guys have to, I want you guys to be out here, man. I want you guys to be out here, like actually experiencing this shit. You understand what I'm saying? I want you guys to be out here experiencing this stuff. Tata, you said, does she value experiences or value you creating the experience? Bestow this game. See, the thing is this, the experience she's having, right, with you, it's connected to you. You understand? So she's valuing the experience, but she says to it, this is the subconscious mind. She values the experience. She's like, ooh, I like this experience. Where's this experience come from? It's coming from him. So therefore, I like him. You understand? See, and also understand that the experience that she's having with you can only come from you. Period. Because that's a unique experience that she's having with you. See, a woman can't, listen, a woman can't have a unique experience with your money. You understand what I'm saying? She can't have a unique experience with your money. Why? Because she can have the same money experience with somebody else who has money. She can't have a unique experience with your clout because she can have the same experience with somebody else who has clout. She can have a unique experience with you being good looking. What? You know how many good looking dudes she could get? That's not an experience. Oh my God, you're so hot. And that's what I'm saying. Like dudes who don't understand the game, they think, oh, if I was really good looking, then everything would just fall into place. My whole life would be on point. No. Yeah, you get some girls checking you out, definitely. They're like, oh, this guy looks good. He's hot. He's cute. Okay. You still don't know how to talk to her. You still don't know how to get her pussy wet. What are you gonna do? You understand? See, when a lot of dudes be using the just using looks, what they don't understand is that you can get a girl to be sexually attracted to you because of your looks and then want to fuck you, right? But playing the game like that is very, very, what's what I'm looking for? It's not sustainable. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not sustainable, meaning it's too inconsistent. That's why I get on dudes that are always talking about, yo, I'm getting all these choosing signals. Choosing signals is too inconsistent to play the game just off of that. You understand? That's what you got to understand. Hold on, we got a call real quick. Let's see who's calling. 404, what's popping? Who this?
What's going on? This is Z from Atlanta, man.
What up, my brother? Hold on. Did you donate?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Shoot. There you go.
You said right now. All right, what's good, bro? What's going on?
What's up, man? I got a couple of questions, man. Like, I just had texted this chick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got her number last night. Yeah, it was last night. And pretty much, I was trying to set some up for like Saturday and shit. And I pretty much tried to set up a place. It was like a place like in the city, and pretty much she didn't respond to it. She responded to I was like, let's meet up on Saturday. She was like, sure, let's do it. Let me read you the text. I'm gonna read you the text right now. Please.
All right.
All right. So pretty much this is what it is. I said, let's go to this place Saturday before you go to work, because she said she had to go to work on Saturday. And I said, I think we can communicate better in a quiet place. And then she said, is that a restaurant or a lounge? And then I hit her back and I said, it's a hookah bar and they have food. So pretty much after I said that, she didn't respond. Should I send her another text and be like, okay, give her a time, or
no?
Because she didn't say nothing back.
No. Well, this is the thing. So after you said first of all, she told me, is this that's already whack that she asking all these goddamn questions. But two, you told her, hey, it's this hookah bar and it got food, and then she didn't respond to any of that.
No.
And when did you hit her up? What day was this?
This was today, earlier today.
Okay, so this is early. So this was earlier today. What time? And she didn't see. And what time did this happen?
Let me look at the messages. I gotta open my phone up again. All right. This happened 6:16 p.m.
At what time? 6?
Yeah, 6 o'clock. 6:16.
Right. Yeah. This is bruh. Don't worry about that shit. You gotta keep that shit pushing, bro. Because the thing is, if you're in the middle of the conversation, right, and this is the thing. When you're having these conversations with women, you're going back and forth, you're trying to set something up. What you want to do is that you want to always, within the conversation, say to her, are you down? You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, when first of all, when she's asking all that shit, that's already a red flag of her asking, oh, well, is this or this or this or that? That's already a red flag. But you said it's a hookah bar and they got food, right? What are you trying to actually do with this girl? You trying to take her to eat? Like, what are you trying to do with her?
I'm trying to fuck. I mean, I want to know what she like. Cause I got a habit of like fucking with chick that's like a little bit crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I actually want to talk to her first before I even try to like fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to just catch her vibe first, and then I want to fuck. Right.
So okay. So if you listen, all you needed to do and forget this chick. If she don't hit you back, forget this chick. I wouldn't even text her at this point. But in general, what you want to do is, right, you say, hey, listen, we're going to go out for drinks at this time or on this day. Are you free to make that happen? Right? Because all you really need for her to say is, yes, I'm down with doing that. Because with this situation where you told her, hey, it's a hookah bar and they got food there, what you should have also said was, this should have been your message. Hey, it's a hookah bar and they got food. Are you free to meet me there Saturday at this time? Right? That should have been the last thing you said to her. You see what I mean? Because you need her to respond to that. Because right now you didn't even tell her, you didn't even say it, from what I heard, unless I missed it. You didn't necessarily say anything about. Did you tell her, hey, I want us to meet on Saturday?
Yeah, I said Saturday, but I didn't say a time because I was trying to pretty much figure out a good time for both of us because she said she had to work, and me on Saturday, I was planning on doing something too, so I wanted to. I wasn't planning on the conversation to continue going, so we can actually set a good time for both of us. So
right. But this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you always want to get to the point quick, so that she responds to y'all actually getting together at a specific day and time. Because so again, like I said, you say, yo, listen, I want to take you to this spot on Saturday at 6 p.m. Can you make that at this spot? And you give her the address. Right now, she could have been like, oh, is this place a whatever or whatever? You'd be like, it's a hookah bar, and are you free Saturday at this time to meet me? You see what I'm saying? You got to keep reiterating just that specific thing. You see what I'm saying? See, the problem is that you don't want to go too much on a back and forth conversation with these women. You want to get to the point quickly so they can respond to actually getting together. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when you go back and forth, what happens is that you get a lot of this stalling and a lot of this fucking, and again, that's all medium interest. You see what I'm saying? But you can still fuck girls who got medium interest in you. But again, if they do have medium interest, this is the type of shit that happens where you send them a message and then they don't respond, or you're going back and forth and they just stop responding. So what you want to happen is you want your message to be about y'all getting together. Everything is set. All you need for her to say is yes or no. So now, if you would have said to her, listen, so imagine this, check this out. If you would have said to her, if your last message was, yo, it's at a hookah bar, and I want you to meet me there Saturday at 8 p.m. at this hookah bar. Here's the address, right? And then you say, can you make that? Can you make that time? If she didn't respond to you, that would basically be her literally saying without saying it, I'm not trying to make nothing happen with you because I didn't respond. If I wanted to do it, I would respond and say, yes, I can make it, and blah, 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? But right now, shit is up in the air. So what she could also be doing.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, it's up in the air. But I'm trying to say. Right, but that's what I'm saying.
I know what you're about to say. I already know what
you're already about to say. Exactly.
She's trying to say.
Exactly, you already know.
I'm going to keep on pursuing.
No. Not even that. She's trying to, this is what I'm saying. She is probably looking to see if there's other things happening, right? And then if there isn't any other things happening, then she might get back to you because you're her plan B. But this is why you have to set the shit up front and let them and give her that thing where you say, yo, are you free to make this happen tomorrow? So that she has to respond to that. You see what I'm saying? And so she doesn't have time to just like keep it up in the air. Right now, she has time to keep it up in the air because you didn't set anything for her to respond to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is why.
So that's to say, what should I send another message or
no,
leave it alone?
No. You don't need to send another message. Leave that shit alone. You see what I'm saying? Because what I'm saying to you is, right, is that the fact that she didn't respond back to you is a response, meaning I don't give a fuck that much because if I did, I would have responded to you or I would have kept the conversation going. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
But she chose not to keep the conversation going. But again, like I said, it would have been even better if your last response to her was, hey, this is the plan, this is the spot, this is the time. Can you make it? Because she would need to respond to, can you make it? Right now, if she responds back, she's responding back to you just saying this is what it is. And now it's giving her a lot of room to respond back. And this is the crazy part. This is the fucked up part about it, right? Let's say you said Saturday, which is tomorrow night, right? So now let's say for sake of argument, you don't have another chick to replace her for Saturday night. And then she does, let's say she hits you back tonight at like 10 o'clock, Friday night, 10 o'clock. And she's like, oh, hey, what's up? Right? Now what's going to happen is because you ain't had nobody to replace her, you see what I mean? Then you'll probably end up fucking with her. And now because you've waited for her so long, you understand what I'm saying? To fuck with her, she's gonna look at you like, oh, this nigga ain't had nothing else to do. So you understand what I'm saying? Which is why he's even getting with me. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But the thing is, if you were to at that point say to her, yo, are you free to do this at this time? And then she'd have to respond to that. Her not responding is telling a lot about her. Right now, you left it open for her to just respond whenever. And you still haven't even made an actual date for her to respond to. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is part of this is you not being able to say those to set that up and have her respond to that. It's very important that she has to respond to that shit. You see what I'm saying? But you didn't set it up. So now it's just up in the air. And at this point, by you trying to text her again, that's already going to make you look needy and that's going to make her see you as unattractive. So it's like, what's the point? You see what I'm saying? So you're asking, should you respond to her again? There's no point. Because at this point, if you do respond to her again, then you're looking needy. You understand?
Okay.
Like you ever seen a tennis match?
Yeah.
Right. What happens in a tennis match? A person hits the ball to the other side and then the other person hits the ball back. Right? You see what I'm saying?
I understand.
Exactly. So don't be trying to run over to the other side of the net and catch the ball. You understand what I'm saying? And they're trying to bring her back. She has to hit the ball back. You feel me? So I'm just saying, right? So for next time, so again, you could still get with her if she hits you back and you still want to see her. I'm not saying that you totally don't need to fuck with her. I'm just saying that understand the position you put yourself in by interacting with her this way. So for the next time, remember when you setting up a date, right? It's real simple. Yo, what's up? Are you free Friday to get drinks? If she says yes, okay, cool. Here's the spot. Can you meet me here at 10 o'clock? Yes, cool, done. You understand? All of that. First of all, her asking all those questions, that's already a red flag because she's asking all those damn questions and asking you more shit. A woman asking you questions is also a sign of medium to low interest. Because a woman who has high interest in you, you're going to say, hey, I'm going to take you here. And all she's going to say is, cool, yes, that's great. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. Women who have high interest don't ask a lot of questions. They just follow you. You see what I'm saying?
All right. All right, that's cool. I got one more thing, and I'm going to let it go. What would you do? The other night, man, I had a chick. I said the date. I said the time for in the place. I said,
damn, hold on. Your phone is breaking up like crazy. You said it again, real quick.
I said a date the other night with a chick, and she didn't come through on the date. I said the time everything was like how you talking about, and pretty much she didn't come through. And then after that, I just went to a different spot, like, and the spot was like maybe 8 minutes away. So I'm in the spot, you know. I like you guys.
Oh my god, hold up, bro. Your phone is crazy right now. I can't hear your shit breaking up like crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna hang up and then try to call back and get your phone handled, brother, because I can't hear a word you're saying at this point. So I'm gonna hang up and then call back. That shit was sounding like some other shit. Jesus Christ. Say his phone is on the Metro PCS one time extension signal. I can't hear shit. I was like, God damn, it sounded like a good question too. Let's go to 614 was popping. Who this? 614.
Yo,
what's going on? Who's this? Bro, turn on your computer.
All
right.
Hey, I'm calling from Australia.
Okay, so what's good with you? Did you donate?
Pardon?
Did you donate, my brother?
I'm about to right now, bro. Don't worry, Locario. I'll be donating, bro.
All right, I gotta hit you with the button.
Fuck out of here!
If y'all motherfuckers don't hit the goddamn donate button, all right, so hit that donate button and then call back. All right, so 404, what's going on? Who's this?
Yeah, man, you just said call back. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you a little better now. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying I had set a date the other night with another chick, and pretty much she ain't come through. So I went to a spot that was about like another spot that was like 8 minutes away from the place that we were supposed to meet up at.
Right.
You know, it's like I like to smoke hookah, so it was a hookah place and things like that. About like an hour, I was there for like maybe about an hour and 15 minutes. Hour and 15 minutes. The girl who I was supposed to meet up with, it was miraculous. The girl I was supposed to meet up with, she come in there with her friend, and I'm just stunned. Like, I really got this on real time with, you know, y'all be talking about how girls just be flaking and stuff, and then just for the thing that they want the most. I actually saw that with my own 2 eyes, and it was just so crazy. And then she was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I was just stunned. So, you know, and that's why I just wanted to share that. That's all.
Right. So you saying the chick that you were supposed to go on a date with showed up at another spot that you was at, and she was just chilling with her friends.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And she was like, "I'm sorry." See, she was this is the excuse she gave me. She was like, "My mother got into a fight with her boyfriend and stuff like that, and I didn't have my phone with me, and I was just looking at it. I was like, "Do you think I'm stupid or something?" Like and then you didn't even text me back and just say like, "I'm not going to make." You just didn't respond at all.
Right.
I said, "Are you on your way?" She no response. I called her twice, no response. And now you just in my face lying to me like that's so crazy.
That's what I'm saying. That's
so crazy.
That's low interest right there. That's what I'm telling you. This is why I tell you guys, man, when chicks be on that bullshit, you just gotta charge them. Like, don't be thinking about, no, she's not interested. Because if she was interested, she'd be there. It's that simple. You understand what I'm saying? Like, listen, chicks, they'll get off on the attention. They like the fact, she probably liked the fact that you were sending the messages. She didn't probably show her friend, like, also go out with this guy, he hit me up, whatever. You understand? So these women understand if they're feeling you, they'll come and fuck with you and they'll make shit happen. If they're not feeling you, you're gonna be flaking, come with a bunch of excuses, act like, oh, my mama died, all this other crazy stupid shit. You feel what I mean? It's crazy, bro.
But that's all.
All right, brother. But yeah, just try, I'm telling you, when the chicks start acting funny, charge them to the game and just continue to talk to these women and make sure when you setting up them dates, right? You get the date, time, and all that shit ready and have a response to that. You feel what I'm saying? That's it. Don't go back and forth asking, answering a bunch of questions and all that other crazy shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, brother.
I'm learning, but I got you.
All right, man. I'm holla.
All right.
All right, peace.
All right.
All right. All right, so what's popping? Who this?
Oh, yes, sir. How you doing, Mr. Locario? This is the monogamous player.
What up?
I donated on Cash App.
That's what's up. So what's
yes,
good?
Sir,
what's
sir,
good?
Yes, sir. Real quick question, Mr. Locario. The one thing about me, I can say that I do feel like I am a guy with game because I have experienced a lot, but there are still, questions I have because I'm still growing in the game, right? Mm-hmm. And there's a show that you were saying that I'm really like, I'm out in Jamaica right now, but I'm heading back to the States tomorrow. Mm. I'm definitely going to watch this show tomorrow on Netflix. But I remember you were telling me about the show on sex life.
Right.
And I was just listening to your reaction video to the show, right? Mm. So basically you said that it was this two archetypes, right? It was the guy that was the looks, money, and status guy. Mm. He was the more on point guy, da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? He's attracted to other women, stuff like that. And then you say it was also the other archetype where it was the bad boy, right? But he had that sexual aura and everything, right? Now, my question to you is, of course, it was a guy. I mean, it was a girl, as you say, her name was Billy. She was in the middle, and she was always going back to the bad boy, right? But at the same time, in the show, it was showing you, or I mean, I haven't watched the show, but as you were saying, as you was iterating, basically what I got from it is that a woman could be not sexually attracted to a guy, but at the same time, it could be another woman that's actually sexually attracted to that guy. So one of my questions is, if you was Cooper, would you change who you are? Which I know you wouldn't, but I'm asking, like, if you just naturally just an on point guy that just, that's just who you are, right? Would you change who you are? Because yes, this one woman is not sexually attracted to you, and she's thinking about this other guy, but at the same time, there's other women out there that's actually sexually attracted to you and feeling you. So if you was Cooper, what would you do in that situation? Or how would you look at
that's the thing. You don't need to change who you are. That's what I was saying earlier about, like, people just got to be more their authentic self and then attract the type of people that want to fuck with them. Because see, the thing with a guy like that's in the show, Cooper, he was one of the straight-laced, because he wants a family. He wants a wife. He wants that type of situation. So he would actually need to find a woman who is really about that life. The problem is that his wife wasn't really about that life. You see what I'm saying? She wasn't really about the being at home and just being with him and taking care of the kids. She also had the wild side to her that she wanted to fuck around with other dudes. See, the thing is though, is that most women are like her though. That's the issue that guys got to understand. A lot of guys think that, chicks like her are rare. You understand? No, most women are like that character where it's like they have that thing where they want to be in a relationship, they want a man or whatever. But on the flip side, they also have the wild side. See, a lot of women, what they do is that they hide their wild side. You see what I'm saying? They hide it from everybody. So it gives people the impression, or it gives people like the illusion that most women are not like that, meaning most women aren't like, wanting to be out here doing a bunch of shit, which when it's the opposite. Most women actually want to do a bunch of shit, but they're portraying that they don't want to do that. You see what I'm saying?
Right. And honestly, Mr. Locario, the reason why I was asking that question is I'm glad you answered that, because you actually cleaned up a lot of things that I think a lot of guys would think. See, a lot of guys, if they're not thinking deep into the story, they would perceive Cooper as the beta male or the simp, when in actuality, you're saying that you're not a simp if you're just who you are. It's just you just might not, that girl just might not be the match for you.
Right.
But don't change who you are, because from another girl, you might be the perfect match for her.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? I'm just glad you cleaned that up, because I know people could easily view. And guess what? Like, I'm a type of guy that I have a child. I have a woman. I'm a type of guy that I'm in a chapter in my life to where, even though I do have my player instincts, I know how to move, I do want a family, and I do want to, be in a relationship to where I can actually build with a woman. So that's nothing wrong with that. You just have to find a woman that's on your same level. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm glad you fixed that up, because I know a lot of people would say, oh, he's a simp, he's a da-da-da. And guess what? The reason why I'm saying that, because the girl could get with Brad, and while she's with Brad, she could think about another ex from the past. So I'm just saying that the game and the reality is inevitable. You dig what I'm saying? Like, there's no way you can defeat the game. The game is undefeated. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
So you can be the player out here, but still, like, just because you're a player out here, that don't mean that you have a girl all the way. There can still be another guy that can still have a piece of the girl. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Listen, I'm gonna say this, man, because even in the show they had a scene where they went to a swinger party and shit and all that other stuff. Man, I suggest all y'all motherfuckers to at least one time go to like a swinger party type of shit. Listen. Because this is the thing, man. You learn a lot from those type of situations, man. You understand what I'm saying? You'll learn a lot. You'll see how fucking sexual and freaky women are, right? You'll also see how there are guys out there like myself who don't put sex on a pedestal, meaning that they like these guys who we're looking at sex like that ain't shit. There's nothing, because this situations I've been in where like I've been at these parties and I'm fucking these guys' girlfriends and shit, and the niggas is just like high-fiving me on like, yeah, man, give her that dick and all. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, whatever, bro. Like, it's nothing. And so that's the type of shit that happened. But again, it gives you a whole different perspective. You're like, damn, this dude, he's like not tripping over me fucking his girl. Like he don't even seem jealous. Like he don't give a fuck. He's over here fucking his other girl. He's having a good time over here. You know, and it's crazy. So I'm saying that a lot of the shit that dudes don't understand is because they're not actually out here in the game experiencing things. You see what I'm saying? And so they really don't, and because they're not experiencing certain things, they're not able to grow, and they're not able to understand themselves more. See, a lot of the things that happen in this game, or when you're doing your thing, it's for you to understand yourself more in specific situations. A lot of guys who watch YouTube, they don't understand how to get girls and be able to attract women because they don't understand themselves in a situation with women on a consistent basis. So they're not able to understand how they'll react. They don't understand how they're going to deal with shit. They don't understand how they're going to feel in certain situations, right? Because they're not actually out there doing anything. You see what I mean? It's crazy.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right. And also, Mr. Locario, and I can actually attest to this. I can actually admit that. See, me, Mr. Locario, I feel, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and that's why I still listen to game, because I feel like, each and every day until you die, is always a opportunity to get better. You dig what I'm saying? So I can say that for the most part, and I'm actually glad that Miles talked about this, because Miles was actually saying that he was having an experience where he was trying to talk to a girl, and he said that the girl like dissed him, even though he was fine. His player mind overruled his simp mind, right? But even though his player mind overruled his simp mind, he was still honest in saying that I still got that little simp mind in me. You dig what I'm saying? It's almost like a person that used to be on drugs forever, right? But then all of a sudden they're clean. Even they're clean, it's still a fight each and every day because they still got a little bit inside of them to where they can still go back to that.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So I am a high level player, but I sometimes I still feel that, you know, it's almost like the good and the bad. The good is the player side, the bad is the simp side. So it's like almost like on both shoulders.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Even though my player side always override, I still got that. So is there a way, Mr. Locario, to where like that simp side is all the way gone? Or it's still an everyday battle to where it's just all about you overriding things with your actions?
No, well, it's a thing that's always like probably gonna be there. You understand what I'm saying? Because understand that, see, part of your like energy is still a simp. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that the type of stuff that simps do, it's naturally like, because look, for a lot of us, we've been conditioned into being simps, but then also there's a part of us that would be considered simp-ish to interact with women. You understand what I'm saying? As far as like, oh, I want to, you know, you have that feeling of, I feel like, man, this chick is having a hard time. I feel like saving this hoe right now. Like, I don't know, something in me, I feel bad for her. I feel like I should like give her some dollars, or I should take care of her. And, you know, all of that fucking energy, you'd be like, damn, why I feel so, you understand what I'm saying? Like, then you start to think about yourself, you start thinking to yourself and you're like, damn, why am I feeling that way about this chick? Like, I know I should get rid of this chick, but why the fuck I still keep wanting to fuck with her? Like, what the fuck? Like, you understand? Like, those type of energy, that type of energy is there. But the thing is, you have to be able to, be aware of it. So then now that you're aware of it, now you know how to maneuver better because you're aware of it. The problem is that when you're not aware of it, and see, guys who don't have game and guys who don't understand the game, they're not aware of the fact that they're doing what they're doing. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the problem. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not like anything. It's not anything that's going to necessarily go away. A lot of times it's the awareness of it. Now it might not happen as much, but it's not necessarily something that's going to go away all the way, but it's a thing of being aware of it because understand this, for you to be in a relationship with a woman, right? You have to have some sort of, at least a small smidget of beta male energy in you to have a relationship with a woman, period. You understand? Because you have to be able to connect and interact with her in a way that it's going to run smoothly. And in order for it to run smoothly in some form of fashion, there has to be a little bit of that beta energy, because you understand what I'm saying? The fact that you're being in a longer term relationship with a woman, that means you're actually doing things outside of that quote unquote alpha type of masculine energy that is going to be there for it to flourish. Period. You understand what I'm saying? That's how it happens.
And Mr. Locario, and I know you was referencing another dating coach, but I remember you were saying that you have the alpha, the full alpha male, you got the full beta male, you got the beta male with alpha traits. So
that's ARC. Alan Roger Curry was talking about that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Alan Roger Curry broke it down like that, and I was like, yo, that's dope, because that actually is, I think, more clear representation of, like, you know, you have the guy who's alpha but has beta traits. That's the type of guy I feel is the most proficient in a relationship. You understand what I'm saying? That, you understand what I mean? Because it's, you know, you have to have that to balance that out for things to flow. You see what I'm saying? It's just like for a woman. A woman has to have she has to have femininity. You understand? And some sort of submissive energy in order to be in a relationship with a man. You see what I mean? So that's it's the same thing for the guy has to flip it. You feel what I mean?
You're right. And to be honest, that's what I feel like I label myself as, a alpha male with a few, you know, beta traits that complements what the situation I'm in. You know what I'm saying? But it works for me because it's a situation that I want to be in. I'm not subscribing to what the girl wants. I'm subscribing to what I want, and I'm just willing to do that with the woman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
that's facts.
Yes, sir.
That's facts.
But thank you, Mr. Locario. I don't want to hold you up. I'm definitely going to watch that show, and I just want to continue to learn game. But I'm glad that you said that, just about, like, you know, each and every guy, you know, because I'm just honest. I'm gonna be honest. I know a lot of guys, you know, we talk about alpha things, but we still deal with the internal things that, you know, some guys don't want to talk about, or some guys are struggling, but it's just all about the actions and your awareness of it, and you just being aware of, okay, I feel this way, I need to react like this, or I need to step in it this way and not make this move. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Which will, if I make the wrong move, that will actually spiral me back into the beta male traits or the simp traits or the whatever traits. You dig what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's just all about being aware.
That's
so thank you, Mr. Locario.
Appreciate you, my brother. All right, I'm gonna holler at you, man.
Thank you.
All right, peace.
All right.
I'm gonna take this last call and then we're gonna head up out of here. 732, what's popping? Who this?
Yeah, what's good, Locario? It's Rashawn from Jersey.
What up? What's going on? Did you donate?
I donated.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I donated $5.
That's what I'm talking about. What's going on, bro?
All right, so I got a couple questions for you, just 3. 2 having to do with ARC. I agree with everything he said, but he said one thing. I was curious because you obviously got a lot of experience under your belt. He said you don't know if a woman is, how can I say? He has a thing where you have some women that will fuck only if they're married, which is a 5 in his thing, and 4 would be women.
Wait, hold on. Is this my line that's making it happen like that? Why is everybody's phone sounding crazy right now? Hold on, wait. Say something. Say it again real quick because you was breaking up.
You can hear me clearly?
You breaking up a little bit. But go ahead.
Hold on.
Can you
hear me better?
Wait, talk?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I give you a little bit, but it's going in and out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hang up and then call right back. I'm gonna hang up and call right back. All right. All right. So yeah, I don't know what's up with these phones. These phone lines are crazy right now. You know, I hope it's not because Monogamous Player, when he called up, it was fine. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. So let me see if he calls back and then we can get it cracking. All right, let's go to 732. I see 419. We'll try to get to you real quick. 732, what's popping? Who is? Okay, what's popping? You back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you way better. All right, go ahead.
All right, cool. So I got 3 questions real quick. I know you're about to be out. But 2 things ARC said, and I think I agree with them. I just want your opinion on it, since you. But he was saying, you know how there's women that's like, that the few women in the world that will fuck only when they're married, they're saving it. And then you have the women that are faithful to their boyfriends and only like mostly fucking relationships, but occasionally have casual sex.
Right.
Now he's saying you don't really know if women are in that category unless they have been tested. And he's saying tested by, let's say, 10 niggas that have a serious mouthpiece, 10 niggas with serious looks, and 10 niggas, obviously, that's financially generous that have a lot of money. And I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. If you put it like that, we don't know who's who. Because it's like, do bitches get tested like that on a regular? But I was just going to ask, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Well, the thing is, you're not going to know what type of chick you're dealing with until you put her to the test. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, the way I look at it is that I would say like 95 to 98% of women are women who, like I'll say it like this. I'll say there's only a small percentage of women who are out here who are like super, like not the type of women who are gonna give it up quick to like nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's a small percentage of women that's out there that will like under no circumstances. They're not fucking no dude quickly. That's just them. You understand what I'm saying? And but that's a small percentage. But the rest of these chicks, nah, bro. The rest of these chicks, they are out here getting it in. Now, depending on who they're gonna do that with and how much they do it, that's a different story. But these chicks out here, a lot of them are getting it in. It just depends on the guy. So you could have a girl turn down like 6 dudes and be like, nah, I ain't fucking with these dudes like that. And I'm not going to have sex quick. And then she meet that 7th guy that just turns her on so crazy that he'll fuck her the first night. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that there's a small percentage of women who no matter what to do, how to do this, she ain't fucking them. But that's a smaller percentage. And I think most guys think it's the opposite, meaning they think that it's a small percentage of women who are out here that's super whores. And then all these other women are waiting around and fucking waiting 3, 4, 5 dates before they fuck any guy. You understand what I'm saying? That's what a lot of guys be thinking. But they're very misinformed.
Which makes it very overrated to be with a woman who has not had that much sex or be a virgin. Because you don't know what type of new niggas came to her job or what niggas about to come around to her because she hasn't experienced much. So I like that you brought up that point. But okay, cool. My second question. Another thing that ARC brought up, he was saying, now this is in terms of promiscuity, not being in a relationship, because I feel like the women who are very promiscuous can be good housewives and girlfriends and all that too. But he's saying only a good girl, or a less promiscuous woman, 1 body, 2 bodies, 3 bodies version, can turn bad, what society calls it, rather than the other way around. As soon as the bitch fucked a lot, it's over. She's not going to go super celibate and live the rest of her life like that. What do you think on that?
We said it again. So you said that a woman who fucked a lot couldn't go back to being like a quote unquote good girl and just be fucking like one dude or something like that.
Exactly.
And but the girl who's had less can
didn't happen.
But the girls had less can, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, those who have less will can, like that possibility. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Exactly. Well, this is the thing. If a chick has so much dick, right, and she's been fucking, and she has so much dick, that means that she likes to fuck. And so because she likes to fuck, and she's really like, like heavy on it, it's going to be damn near impossible for her to go back to not fucking like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be damn near impossible because she's very highly sexual. Like I've been with certain women who are like insatiable, meaning that like I could fuck them a bunch of times. They catch like 3, 4, 5 orgasms and shit. And I'm finished. I'm like, I'm tired. And they're still ready to go. They're still ready. They can take more and more. I'm like, yo, I ain't got no more dick for you. You understand what I'm saying? So those chicks, those type of chicks who's like that, and then they also fuck a lot, they can never go back to a situation or be in a situation where they're just like, oh, I'm gonna just not fuck anymore. You understand what I'm saying? And just chill. You understand?
Oh, damn.
It's impossible. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? It's impossible. It's like saying to somebody who's been making $2-3 million a year for the past 15 years to go back to making $50,000. I'm like, fuck out of here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that shit ain't happening. You see what I mean?
Damn. Okay. So that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
The ALC also said things would be better if the quote unquote good girls with the quote unquote good guys and the quote unquote bad girls with the quote unquote bad guys. They'll be able to handle each other. Well, but yeah. So last but not least, I was gonna say, when I walk around, when I'm out about my way, I don't take all of these opportunities and approach. But however, one thing I do notice, which is starting to become regular, I feel like a lot of women, I hate when niggas do this, but they barely do it.
Right.
But a lot of women, they'll like, it'll feel like they'll test my eye contact as if like they just look at me in my eyes, and I'm like, okay. So I'll look back, but it's like I get that a lot. Now, is it? I don't want to say it's always choosing signals. I ain't one of them niggas, but it's like, what do you experience this too as well? When you're out and about, and it's like bitches would just be.
You talking about like chicks just look at you real quick? Is that what you're saying?
Looking at you in the eye, looking at you in the eyes, whatever. And it's like it's on some. Let me see if you look away. At least it feels like that. Or is it just? Or is
so
it
do they look?
I just want attention.
Do they look away, or do you look away first?
No, they look away. I'll keep staring.
Right.
And sometimes they'll go ahead.
So when they look away, do they look back, or do they keep checking you out?
Some cases they do.
Right. So if they keep checking you out, then that usually means they might have some interest. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, so that's a choosing signal.
Right. You know what I'm saying? If a chick looks at you like, or like, let's say y'all catch eye contact like once. Like, let's say a chick walks into into a pizza store and you waiting to get your pizza, and she comes in and she looks at you in the eye, like, you know, real quick, and then she just stops and then she gets her pizza and she ain't looking at you anymore. That's not a choosing signal. But if a chick looks at you in the eye and then she looks away, then she looks back, and then she's staring at you, then she looks away, then she looks back, that's a choosing signal. You see what I'm saying? That's her showing that she has some interest because she can't stop looking at you. You see what I mean? That's a choosing signal. Now, if a chick just sort of just like, let's say, you know, she just does one of these real quick and then looks away, that's not really a choosing signal. You see what I'm saying? Because she would be consistently trying to get at it.
I'm sorry.
Now go ahead. What you gonna say?
I was gonna say, so even when they hold that shit for 3 to 4 to 5 seconds, which gets irritating sometimes, that's not a choosing signal if they don't look again.
No, it could. I mean, if they're not consistently looking at you, right? It's not a choosing signal, because usually what happens is this: when you looking at a chick, right, and y'all lock eyes, usually what's best for you to do is to keep looking at her until she stops looking at you, because that's a form of submission. If you stop looking first, that means you got uncomfortable and you looked away from her. She looking at you like, all right, whatever, right? She should stop looking at you first. Now, if she comes back to look at you, right, then that's a sign that she's actually interested, because she's not going to look back if she's not interested. You see what I'm saying? The looking back is because she wants to keep looking at you. Her looking away the first time is her submitting. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So if she's looking back, then that's definitely a choosing signal. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah, you need to go and approach her ass. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you definitely right. You definitely right. But thanks for the call.
All right, brother. Mahalo. Peace. All right, let's try to get through these real quick. 419 was popping. Who this?
Hey, Mr. Locario, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on, my brother? Did you donate?
I sure did.
All right, that's what's up. So what's going on?
Oh man, I just got 2 or 3 things, and I'll make it quick because I actually wrote it down. First thing I want to do is give you props. Man, I've been listening to you. I've spoken to Steve, the dean, before in the past, like 2 or 3 years ago. He was real cool. You and Coach EO, you guys spit the realest game. It's really helped me. I used to be that guy that was like, all women are just looking for something, you know, real, and they're not this and that. And then come to find out, like, what you're saying is just like so on par. And I really wish the guys in the chat would pay attention, because I just shut the hell up when you guys are spitting game. I just listen and I'm just taking notes, and I'm like, okay, wow. And then I change my ish up. I'm trying not to cuss because I'm not trying to mess up the algorithm. I want you to get your money. But nah, just like, you guys spit the realest game. I had a couple things for you. One, I'm really big into like Tinder and Bumble and stuff like that, and I've had some really good responses. That kind of transitioned to my next thing.
Right.
First, what Tinder or dating app tips do you have to actually transition them to coming over to the crib? And then the second thing is, well, I'll just wait for after the response for, this question.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I talk about this is why you guys got to get up on the Bad Boy membership or on the Patreon. I got a program one day where I talk about this too. But to get them over to the crib, bro, you just got to do FaceTime, man. Like, if you don't want to go on like if you don't want to go out and get a drink or anything like that, but you just want to get them straight to the crib, when you match with them, you say, hey, listen, when are you free to speak on FaceTime? And then sometimes they'll be like right now, or sometimes they might say, tonight or tomorrow, whatever it is, right? So you say, hey, let's get up on FaceTime. Once you get them on FaceTime, you say, yo, what are you doing later today or whatever? And you try to get them over as quick as possible. If you get it to that day, get it that day. If they're not available that day, set up a time to where you can get them over, the next day. You know what I'm saying? The sooner the better. So, but you got the FaceTime is your friend. You feel what I'm saying? FaceTime is the move to get them off the app to, straight to your crib. Because when you're on that FaceTime, what happens is they get to see you, you get to see them. Yeah, I sort of it's basically like you're on a date anyway. You understand, by having that communication, and then you just be like, "Yo, listen, you seem cool. You should come over to the spot over here. We'll drink some wine and we'll do this and we'll do that." You see what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Right.
I definitely see that. I'll start using the FaceTime more often. My last thing is this, because I don't want to be respectful of time. So that transitions to this. One night I was on Bumble and linked up with this girl. Like, I would say even Saturday, she was like, "Yo, I'm tired of my roommate with her man over here. I'm lonely." And I'm just like, "Yo, come through." She came through that night. Great sex, even the morning, like the morning after. When we started hanging out more, I noticed I started asking about her ex, and she would say shit like, say stuff like, "Oh, I don't like talking about him," or "I don't want to think about him." And she told me she's a feminist. And I was watching that one episode you guys had where there's like TikTok girls on there talking about their game.
Right.
So when this girl talks about her ex and she starts crying and just like, "Oh, like, don't you dare tell me." Okay, so he did all this foul crap to her, and then she still tells me, "Don't tell me to delete pictures of him from my Instagram or my TikTok or Facebook or whatever. These are really good memories." Some girl told me that I started talking to as like a backup in case she flaked, was like, "Yo, I think that girl, what she's doing is she's still fucking her ex and she's trying to fuck you to make him jealous."
Could be.
So I was about to ask you what you think about that.
Yeah, I mean, that could be happening, but I think at this point, you don't even need to necessarily worry about like what she's doing with the ex. You know what I'm saying? Like if you talking to her and she's trying to come through and make something happen and hook up, then fuck it, just hook up with her. You know what I'm saying? And then keep it pushing. But you said she was crying about her. She was actually crying tears on a date about her ex.
Yeah, she was hanging out, we smoking, rolled up, 420 friendly.
Right.
We were smoking, and she was like, I was like, so what are you really looking for? I'm asking her, like, so what are you really looking for? And, like, should I, be prepared for like crazy ex drama? And she's like, "I don't like talking about him because of this and this." And then I was just like, "Well, we don't have to talk about him." And then she just sat there and she started crying and she started spilling into all the crazy ish he did.
Well,
and I'm just like,
the thing is also I went and asked a woman what she's looking for. You understand what I'm saying? Because that creates excessive conversation. That creates a conversation that you don't necessarily need to have. You understand what I'm saying? Because just like you said, what are you looking for? And then on top of that, you said, "Oh, is there a crazy ex?" Right? So now you brought in the ex conversation. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes what happens is that when you're dealing with women and you're just trying to hook up or whatever, right? It's less is more. You understand what I'm saying? So you should come over, you keep it light, you keep it fun, and then you hook up and then you keep it pushing. But the fact that you was bringing that up or saying all this other extra stuff, it gives you more it gives more things to come up that don't need to come up in the situation because you're just trying to like kick it and chill and fuck. You understand what I'm saying? So it's almost like if I was trying to sell you a book, right? And that's my objective, to sell you my book. And we chilling and I'm talking to you, right? I'm gonna keep it focused on that. Now, if I'm trying to sell you the book and I say, "Yo, where'd you get them sneakers from?" And then you're like, "Oh yeah, these are the news Jordans. I got it from blah blah blah." Now the conversation went to some other thing, and it's not about the book now. You understand what I'm saying? So then it could get the conversation can get thrown off to some whole nother fucking topic. You see what I'm saying? So right now, what happened with you is that the conversation got thrown off to a whole nother topic of the ex, which caused her to start crying and acting all funny and weird, and it's just a whole bunch of bullshit. Now, was you able to still hit it though? Was it like, what happened with that situation?
Oh, still hitting it, bro. Like there's days where like, cause I work from home, I'm a supervisor.
Right.
So like because I'm a supervisor, I didn't have to do anything that hour for my agents. I just literally had like a free hour. So she spent the night. We wake up in the morning and we was fucking like literally the first hour of my shift because I had nothing to do.
Right.
From home in bed, which was dope.
Right. So what's with all her ex shit? Like, why even bother talking about her ex and all of that stuff? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Only reason why, and you're right. Because like you're right, I shouldn't have asked. I just kind of asked because like, here's why. She kept bringing them up. Like, okay, for instance, like I would say something like, hey, you know, like you sound like you're getting kind of like defensive. Like, watch how you kind of coming off a little bit. I had to check her one time because she was getting kind of mouthy, and even guests that she was around that I had in the house were like, yo, you probably might need to check her a little bit. So when she got like that, I kind of kindly checked, like, hey, you might want to watch your tone, you know. And then after that, she was like, well, one thing my ex did, no, I didn't even bring him up at all. Locario, I didn't even bring him up. She just went, well, one thing my ex did was he would listen or he would do what I said or this and this.
She's
like,
still
okay,
she's still all in love with this nigga.
Ex.
But the thing is, how many times you smashed?
Man, to be honest with you, like you want to talk about the days she came over and we smashed a lot. Like Mater came like 5-6 times, you know, like I'm talking about like consistently, like, hey, I'm getting done with work. I'm gonna bring you some food and we're gonna smoke and fuck. That's what she would tell me. And I'm like, okay, cool, hell yeah.
And how long you been seeing this chick?
We've been fucking for like a whole month.
How many times you seen this girl?
Oh man, like I'd say maybe at most 2 or 3 times, like a week.
Damn, bro. Jesus, see, you're doing too much right now, player. You're doing too much. That's why she acting the way she acting. She's feeling entitled to your time, energy, and space to where she feels she's that important, which is why she's giving you that energy, bro. You understand what I'm saying? This is why you're so caught up in it, because you're around her so much. So now it's almost like y'all damn near playing boyfriend and girlfriend, kind of. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because because the first thing you said to me was, oh, she's talking about her boyfriend, and then she's talking about her. She don't want to delete him off as the Instagram, and that's weird. And I'm like, why are you even? I'm thinking, why are you worried about her ex if you're just trying to hit? You understand? But again, you so deep in the situation at this point.
60 seconds.
You done smashed her like all month, and she been chilling and hanging out and kicking her feet up. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing, and then it's like my last thing. I ain't trying to hold up the lines. The only thing that, like I mentioned, I didn't even at first I didn't even bring up the ex. It was like, hey, look, when she had the little get together with us, like the first night, fucked, and then the morning we fucked. Then she left, went to work, didn't see her, didn't bother her, didn't text her, nothing like that. Then when she came through the next time, it was like a smoke party. It was like, hey, look, I got some friends over, come smoke. Long story short, that's when the first time she even mentioned the ex even came across. Then the day after, when I asked her about like, yo, so like
10
crazy,
seconds.
like, is it crazy? Do I need to worry? Anything like that? Like, you know, this motherfucker going to show up and this and this. And I'm just like, she's like, no. And that's when she told me about the whole Instagram thing. But the day before that is when she was like, oh yeah, one thing my ex always did is if I told him something,
you're doing way too much, bruh. See, listen, when you smash a chick, bro, listen, if I'm smashing a chick, I don't even need to know much about her life at this point. It's just, we just smashing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come over, you get this dick, and you keep it pushing. I don't need to be having no conversation about your ex, your feelings, your job, what. Like, I don't need to know none of that shit. And so you're so caught up in the situation that you are, exactly, Sergio said in the chat, you giving her boyfriend energy, my brother. You're giving her boyfriend energy. You see what I mean? So that's why you're getting that type of energy back. You know what I mean? So you seeing her fucking her 2 or 3 times a week, and it's only been a month that y'all known each other, that's a lot. You feel what I'm saying? That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Usually once a week is maximum. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's it. And there shouldn't be a bunch of phone calls, texts, none of that shit during the week. You feel what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, at this point, if you still like fucking her, fuck it. Just keep fucking her. But what I would say is tone down or cut back on the amounts of time you're doing it and the amount of conversation you guys are having about whatever the fuck she got going on. You understand what I'm saying? If you're gonna keep fucking with her. You see what I mean?
True.
All
Nah,
right.
man, like I really appreciate you. Thank you for the game. I'm
That's what's up.
next week. I'm no shit. Next week I'm looking at investing into the membership. So
That's what's up.
that's next week because I get my
That's
student
what's up.
refund.
That's what's up. Appreciate you, my brother. All right, I'm gonna holler at you, man. All right, so let's last call 973 and then we out of here. 973 was popping. Who this?
Hi, Cole Steele. I donated.
What up, bro?
So,
What's good?
So I have two points I wanted to make. One first about the alpha male hierarchy. I have a different take on it. So I think an alpha male, how alpha you are, has to do with how much pull you have. So people think that like in a monogamous relationship you can't be a total alpha, but I think it is. So if
impossible,
if you're a total alpha, I think that if you're a total alpha, you have enough pull where the woman would fall for you and would want you. You don't have to do stuff for her; she wants to do stuff for you, and you know she doesn't even want to sleep with anybody else, even if she used to sleep around in the past.
Nope.
So
not gonna happen.
So you have your mind, you have her mind, body, and soul.
Nope, not gonna happen. That's a fantasy, brother. That's a let me ask you a question.
I'm just saying that.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm just saying that would be my description.
No, but
it
that's
might
what
be
I'm saying.
impossible, but I'm just saying that's my description.
This is what I'm trying to explain to you, bro. Think about this.
Okay.
Think about this.
Right.
Would you ever in your life, just you, I'm talking about cold steel, would you ever in your life, right, do anything
right
for anybody 100% where you're not getting anything in return?
She is good. I'm not getting anything in return.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, say if I was fucking with a woman, I wouldn't want anything in return except the pussy, right?
No. This is what I'm trying to explain to you.
I wouldn't need her.
No. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. What I'm saying, because what you're saying is that if you're this 100% alpha male guy, you could be in a relationship with a woman, right? and right. and what's going to happen is that she's not going to expect anything out of this relationship except for everything you're trying to do 100% without her actually wanting to have any sort of input or any sort of thing going on with you. Like, it's just like she don't give a like literally what I'm saying is before she met you, she had interests, dreams, goals. She had things she liked to do, all this other stuff, things that were unique to her. And she's going to drop all that stuff to be in a relationship with you. Is that what you're saying?
No, not necessarily, but I'm saying that she wouldn't have any interest in fucking any other guys.
Why not?
Or because like if you're the total alpha, any other guy would be like a piece of shit compared to you. That'd be what if she meets wanting to drive a Toyota Corolla?
No, but what if she meets another guy who's an alpha male? Wouldn't she want to fuck him?
If he was like if you wouldn't be the total alpha male if there were other guys that were like just as alpha as you, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. If there's another guy who's just as alpha as you, wouldn't she want to fuck him?
No, because she'd be 100% satisfied. You know, she's already got you. She wouldn't want to risk losing you to go after him. So if I had a Corvette, I wouldn't want to risk losing my Corvette to go after. What's that?
No, but if she loses you, she'll just get with the other alpha, right?
She doesn't have 100% certainty of getting with that alpha, but she's already got you.
But how does she not have 100% certainty of getting with the alpha if she's already got with an alpha, which is you, right? So
she's got me. She's got me right now.
Right.
She's taking a risk of losing me and not guaranteed of getting the other guy.
Right, but what I'm saying is
You know
that what I'm saying is that if she's able to get you, she knows the type of caliber of men she can get. So what I'm saying is that if another guy comes through with the same type of alpha energy as you, and he's attracted to her, then she knows that she has the power to get another alpha.
Potentially has the power. Maybe it was luck. Maybe she has the power plus luck. Power, and so if she'd be taking a chance because she has her pull, but if she's unlucky, then now she's out of luck. Right?
But this is the thing. Do you understand? This is what you got to understand. You got to understand. Do you know why a woman stays with a guy and has the fear of not getting another guy or getting the attractive dude like him? The reason why is not just because he's alpha, right? It's because of who he is. You understand? Because again, if you're going strictly off the fact of he's alpha, there's other alphas out there. So that's what I'm saying. So it has to be.
She knows.
No. But that's what I'm saying. It has to be something unique about him. You understand what I'm saying? That would make her, want to stick with that guy regardless. But what you're saying is this. You're saying that because he's this alpha male, that means that she's not going to want to fuck another guy because she's 100% sexually satisfied by that guy. You understand what I'm saying? See, what you have to understand about sexual satisfaction is this, is that your sexual satisfaction with one person does not, it doesn't make you not want to try out or to be with someone else sexually. It's like this. For example, if a person ate a cheeseburger and they like eating cheeseburgers and they're satisfied with the cheeseburger they ate, that does not mean they never want to eat pizza. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they could be satisfied with the cheeseburger all they want. They still gonna want some pizza at some point. You see what I'm saying? That's how sexual attraction works. You get that?
Yeah. So that's like true 99% of the time. But say if you had one cheeseburger that was so good that you didn't want to. Okay, for example, so there are 2 points. So number one, I'd be taking a risk of losing what I have to get something else, which I might not get. That's number one. Number two is if I'm satisfied with what I got now, even if something else might be just as good, I have no incentive to go after it. So for example, if I had a Ferrari and I'm satisfied with it, I don't really have any incentive to go after a Lamborghini.
Right, but
I'm already satisfied.
But if somebody said to you, "Hey, listen, I know you got this Ferrari, but do you want to test drive this Lamborghini?" You think the person who has a Ferrari is not going to want to test drive the Lamborghini?
No, not if there's a remote chance of losing the Ferrari that I got.
That's what I mean. But this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that person, if they can afford the Ferrari, they can probably afford the Lamborghini. It goes right back to what I'm saying.
No,
this is what you,
maybe.
See, this is what you're not getting.
No.
This is what you're not getting. What I'm saying to you is the fear of the loss is only happening if that person is somebody they find unique. You understand? The person being alpha doesn't make them unique. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's not about you, because you're starting with saying, well, if she has this alpha guy, no, it's not about him just being alpha. It's about who is that guy, which is the value she sees in that man because of his uniqueness, because of him being authentic. That's going to make her say, you know what? I might not want to step out on him because if I'm going to lose him by stepping out, then I'm not going to step out. So her desire to continue to be with that guy will make her not want to step out on him, but it has nothing to do with him just being alpha. That's what I'm trying to say. You see what I'm saying?
That's true. And then it's also having the type of pull where so people say like if you're in a monogamous relationship, you're a little bit less alpha because you got to do things for the wife. You got to like spend money on her and pamper her and stuff. So if you're the total alpha, she's the one who wants to pamper you.
But this is what I'm saying. When you actually talk about having a long-term relationship, it's not about the woman just pampering you. That's not how it works. You understand what I'm saying? It's not how it works.
But I'm saying that's how it would be with it if the guy was theoretically a total alpha.
But that's what I'm saying. Theoretically, the total alpha wouldn't be in a relationship. Do you see what I'm saying? Because what a woman understands about a total alpha, see the thing that makes him a total alpha is he's like almost 100% uncompromising. So that means that he does not compromise. So if he doesn't compromise, that woman is not going to want to be in a relationship with him. You understand that?
I don't see why that would turn them off if he's uncompromising.
Because for the woman to want to be in a relationship with the guy, right? What that means is that the guy has to be somebody that she sees that can also do things for her that she would want to do. When you're a total alpha, you say, fuck what you want to do. It's all about me. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no way for you to be in a long-term relationship. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't be fucking with her at all if we weren't into the same things and we didn't have the same interests and goals.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're going to have things that are similar because she's following your lead. She's a part of your program. But the fact that she's still an individual person, there are certain things that she likes, that she wants. And then for her to want to be in a relationship with you, she's going to want you to participate in that. And if you're not trying to participate in that, she's not going to want to be in a relationship with you. You understand? That's the part you're not getting. Costa, when's the longest relationship you've ever been in?
I haven't been in too many relationships. Only like a few months.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You don't understand this. This is what I'm trying to explain to you, brother. If you are in a long-term relationship, you're not going to be doing this total alpha shit. The whole it ain't gonna happen.
Okay. Well, I don't think that would turn. Like, say if she wanted to go for a walk and pick flowers, that I'd be like, hell no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you don't
she's
have
not going to break up with me over that.
No, you don't have to do that. What I'm saying is, though, you're not going to be able to have a long-term, substantial relationship over a long period of time with you just saying, fuck everything you trying to do. I'm not trying to do none of that shit. I'm only doing what I want to do, and fuck what you think and feel. That's not going to work. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
So I mean, if it was like that, I wouldn't be fucking with her at all. Cause like she might want to paint the bedroom a certain color or something. If it's something I don't care about, it's not that I'm compromising. I just don't care about it. Right.
Right. But there's also what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is that to be in a relationship, for it to work, what happens is that both parties, the man and the woman, right? They are going to, they're going to want certain things to go down. There's going to be certain things the man wants to do that she may not necessarily want to do, but she does it anyway because she's like, this is my man and I'll do this for him. And then the same thing happens on the flip side. There's going to be certain things that your woman may want you to do that you might be like, whatever. But what happens is that you do that because that's your woman. And so that's how a relationship works. So it's never going to be 100%. You're only doing what you want to do and fuck what she wants to do. That's not how relationships work.
But So it would be an example of something she wants to do. I wouldn't want to do.
For example, let's say
compromise on.
Like, let's say, for example, you don't feel like dealing with her family members and shit, and she wants to have them over for dinner or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? That's going to be something you're going to be talking about. And if you say, you know what, fuck your family, they're never coming over here, right? What's going to happen is that she's going to resent you, and then it's going to be an issue. Then it's going to be drama. You understand what I'm saying? Now, there are certain things that you can say, listen, I'm not fucking with that. That is not going to happen. And she's going to acquiesce. She'll be like, cool. But what happens is you're never going to be in a long-term, like, let's say you with a girl for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. There's no way in hell you're going to be with a girl for 5, 6, 7 years and just be like, you know what, for this whole 5, 6, 7 years, I'm only doing this. Fuck what you want. I ain't even hearing what you're talking about. And you think this woman's going to stay with you. It's not going to happen. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's not going to happen, period. Impossible. It's not going to happen.
But I still kind of think that there's a lot of things that I'm not going to care about, that I'm not worried about, that I'll compromise it. But it's not because I'm compromising. It's just because I'm not worried about it. I don't care about it. But
no, but there's going to be things. No, but there's going to be things. There's going to be things you're going to be talking about and having a conversation about, and that's you compromising on something to make something happen. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, and this the reason why I'm trying to explain this to you is this: you have to understand that when you're dealing with a woman, right? You are dealing with somebody else who is an entirely different person than you, and that person has their own things and things that they want to happen. Now, what happens is that when you first fucking with this woman, right? Let's say y'all first dating. What'll happen is that this woman, what she's going to do is that she's going to show you, right, that she can cooperate, comply, listen to your directions and all this other stuff. So she's going to be cooperative, right? Now, what's going to happen is that as you see that she's cooperative and she's listening to you and all this other stuff, then what's going to happen is that you're going to say, you know what? She's been cooperative for a year, 2 years, or a year and a half, whatever. And she's like, oh, I want to be your girlfriend. Cool. You make her your girlfriend, right? Now, y'all be together for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, whatever it is like that. She's still going to have that submissive, cooperative, compliant energy. But what's going to happen is that she's going to also say, hey, I want to do this, or I want to go here, or I want to make this happen right now, because she's been that compliant and cooperative over that time. And then you vetted her and you saw that she was worth being that, because you give a shit about her, which is why you're in the relationship in the first place. You're going to end up being able to do things with her, right? That's just not about you in certain situations. It doesn't have to be 100% of the time, but there's going to be a time where you're going to do that. You see what I'm saying? Because if you don't do that, what's going to happen is at some point, you're going to lose her in the relationship. You see what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Huh?
But, the other point I wanted to make. The other point I wanted to make was. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you good. You good.
Okay. I still don't feel like it was something that would like bother me or you know that I would compromise on something that bothered me. But
no, you're not gonna compromise on something that bothers you. What I'm saying is that there may be something, like you said, you're like, well, I don't give a fuck about this. You not giving a fuck about it or not caring about it, you're still compromising because it's not anything that's really of interest of you. But because it is interest of her, you're like, cool, do that, whatever. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that you would probably rather be doing something else, but she's like, oh, let's go do this. And you're like, all right, fuck it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying as far as a relationship is concerned. It's give and take. It's not just her giving, and you taking. It's that it doesn't work that way. See, the reason why at the beginning, the reason why it gives it's the thing where she's compliant, listening to directions, doing all the other stuff, all the shit that she should be doing, cooking, cleaning, all that. is to show and display to you that she has the ability to be a good girlfriend. You understand? To be a good chick in a long-term relationship, right? But again, what happens is that the trade-off is that, yeah, she's going to also at a certain point be able to, it's just like, for example, like my girl and my wife, right? They're able to have certain conversations with me that a random woman can't have a conversation with me about because she hasn't earned the right or earned the position to have that. So when a woman, when you've been vetting her for a long time and she's been showing and proving, then she's in the position to be able to have certain conversations with you. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so that keeps the relationship consistent and going. You're still leading. You're still the one guiding and managing the situation in the relationship, right? But this woman, at this point, she's in the. It's just like at a job. You understand what I'm saying? If a person's worked at a job for a couple of years and then they've got promoted to supervisor and then vice president of the company or whatever, they might have more. They're going to have a certain amount of say or can say certain things in a meeting or whatever it is because they've earned their spot. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what you got to understand.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Real quick, what other point I wanted to make was I was gonna check out for like one date. I think it's better to ask them out to say how do you feel about casual dating? We both be free to see other people.
Hold on, your phone is
Just
breaking
like-
up right now. It got to be something on my end. I don't know why everybody's phone breaking up tonight. It's crazy. But say that again real quick.
So instead of asking a chick out on one date, something like how do you feel about casual dating? We'll both be free to see other people. So it's like you're proposing seeing each other regularly, as opposed to just one time. Because like if you want to see each other regularly, that's high. You're assuming she's gonna have high interest. So that's just one time. That's just like medium interest.
Wait, I'm confused. So you said that you would talk to a girl and say, "Hey, let's see each other one time."
No, regularly. Like most guys like ask them out for like one date. So you could be like, how do you feel about casual dating? We'll both be free to see other people.
When you're dating, you are free to see other people. That's you don't have to talk up. You don't have to ask her about that. That's what's supposed to happen when you're when you're dating a person. When you first meet a girl and she first meets you, bruh, you're going to be seeing other women and she's going to be seeing other men. So why would you even have to bring that up?
Because they might be making assumptions, and not only that, they might assume that you're too serious, or maybe she wants something serious and you don't.
None of that's going to happen.
So if you're spelling everything out up front.
No. See, saying that up front makes you sound like you want something serious. That makes sound. Again, if you're talking to a girl and you say, "Hey, we need to see other people because it's too early for," she's gonna be like, what? Like, yeah, I am seeing other people.
No, I didn't. No, I'm not putting it like that. I'd say like, how do you feel about casual dating? We'll both be free to see other people. So I'm spelling it out. So
yeah, but this is what I'm saying. You don't have to.
You
don't have to spell it out because it's already implied. That's what I'm trying to say. It's already already implied. She's not a girl. Listen, she's not going to unless she's a psycho herself. She's not going to assume that this guy I went on a first date with, we're now exclusive and we're only seeing each other. No, there has to be some progression. If this is the first date, I just went to go get drinks.
I mean, it's true that that's common sense, but a lot of times people make the wrong assumptions. But like say, just because you text her back too quickly, she's gonna assume that you're too needy, or people make all kinds of assumptions, even though it isn't common sense.
Well, if they make that, if she makes that assumption, that's on her. Then if she makes that assumption, that's on her. And then also your actions also tell a story. So she's gonna know that y'all not exclusive if you're not texting her. You ain't text her in a week, so of course you're not going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the advantage of spelling it out up front is she knows that up front, right? So there's no chance of any mistakes. And then also, I'm assuming that she's gonna have high interest, and that we're going to be seeing each other regularly, instead of assuming that she has medium interest. She might only want to see me one time. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea what he's talking about, man. It's like, bruh, it sounds so ridiculous. Bro, listen. When you're dating a chick, when you go on a date with a girl on a first date, you go on that first date,
right?
And then you probably hit her up next week and say, hey, let's go out again. If you want to go out with her again, she's not going to sit there and assume that you aren't seeing other women. She's most likely seeing other dudes. And if y'all want to see each other again and hang out, you hit each other up and y'all hang out again. You're talking about shit that doesn't need to even be talked about, brother. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need to be like, oh, we're just casually dating, and you should see other people. She's gonna be like, yeah, okay. Like, why would you even say that? Because then you're gonna go ahead. What he's gonna say?
Because I think there's an advantage to spelling something out, even though it can be implied as common sense. There's an advantage to spelling it out, and there's like a subtle difference. Like, say, hey, let's go out this Friday. Like, I'm assuming that
wait, Cold Still, if you walk up to a woman, right, a random woman on the street, if I walk up to a random woman in the street, do I need to say to her, hey, miss, how you doing? My name's Locario. What's the name? Stacy, nice to meet you. Listen, we should go out to get drinks next week, Friday. But what I wanted to say to you now is I want to make sure that you know that you don't need to suck my dick now. But if we get together later and hit it off, then maybe you could suck my dick. But I don't think today is a good day. I'm not sure if you're gonna be comfortable with sucking my dick right now. Like, why would I say that if I just walked up to a woman and talked to her? Why would I need to say that when it's obvious that she's not gonna be sucking my dick right now?
Because there's an advantage to that's a good example. There's an advantage to spelling it out.
Why would I need to spell it out when it's obvious?
She might assume that you're. Huh?
I said, why do I have to?
She might assume that you're okay with platonic friendship. That's how guys get friend zoned, right? Because it's common sense that the guy wants to fuck, but she assumed that he's okay with not fucking, right? All guys want to fuck. That's common sense. But a lot of times, girls assume that the guy's okay with not fucking. So when you spell it out up front,
bro, you're doing way too much, my brother.
Now she can't say like she didn't know. There's no plausible deniability.
Bro, I'm telling you, when you go out with a woman on a first date, she is not thinking that you and her are exclusive. So therefore, you do not need to say that. You saying that is going to make you seem goofy. Like, you seem like, what is wrong with this guy? You see what I'm saying? Like,
I'm saying that there's no harm in saying it, though.
No, there is harm in saying it.
But for example, say if I'm a car salesman, right? And the customers in here, they test drive the car, they really like the car. I could assume that the customer wants to buy the car. Why else would they be here? This is a car dealership. But I don't know for sure until I say, when do you want to make the deal? Right?
You say what?
I could assume that hey, say the customer is in the car dealership and I'm a car salesman. Mm-hmm. They test drove the car. They really like the car. Right? Now it would be common sense that the customer is interested in the car. This is a car dealership. It's common sense. He probably wants to buy the car, right? But I don't know for sure until I tell him, well, when do you want to make the deal? Or I could assume that, well, if he wanted to make a deal, he let me know, But I don't know for sure until I spell it out and say it.
Bruh, that's not the same thing, bro. It's not the same thing. I'm telling you.
But okay, so
there's nobody. This is what I'm saying. Unless a person has no experience in dating, they are not going to. They're not going to think on the first dates that y'all are exclusive. And the only reason you would need
she doesn't.
What? What's that again?
No, she doesn't think we're exclusive. She might be like, yeah, this guy he's probably like too needy. You know, he probably wants to get serious right away. You know, I'm not gonna fuck with this guy,
so you're
you know?
thinking, okay, so you're thinking that you should say that so that she won't think you're needy. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
But it does, because that makes you look needy. Because again, if you're saying to this woman, hey, we should casually date, and you should go date other people because I want to make sure you know you should be dating other people, right? She's going to be thinking
put it like that.
No, but this is what I'm saying. What she's going to be thinking is, well, wait a second. Does he think that we're going to like be together soon or something? Or does he, you understand? Like the fact that you even say it within itself, right? Makes her think you don't know what's going on. You understand what I'm saying?
She can't blame me for that because I spell it out exactly what I'm thinking. So if she wants to assume that I mean the opposite, that's on her. I wouldn't
All right,
put it the way you put it.
I gotta end it because it's like 2.5 hours already. I ain't want to be this long. It's 2:45 in the morning. But bro, don't worry about any of that shit. Just holler at these chicks, set a date, keep it pushing. That's all you got to do. Don't worry about all that extra shit and tell my, we not, there's a bunch of other shit. All right, man. Appreciate the call, my brother. All right, man. I was trying to I was trying to explain to this dude. Jesus Christ. Man, okay, shit. All right, listen, man. I appreciate all y'all tuning in. Today, 4 p.m., be back, me and Miles, for Free Game Fridays. It is fucking 2:45 in the morning, East Coast time, and shit. I'm fucking tired as hell. You feel me? Put him on game. He said he's the last caller. Right, I'm going to sleep now. I can't take this anymore. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. He said I should be charging $1 per minute. Hilarious. Now, shout out to Cold Steel, man. Cold Steel just be he's trying to get it. I get it, man. All right, people, listen. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I will holler at you guys later. Have a good night, and I will talk to y'all soon. Peace. I'm out of here. Later.